My name is Christine Knorr, and I'm the director of Washington Academy of Languages, and I direct 3 programs, the English language program, the world language programs, and the TESOL program. And to answer your question about what makes TESOL special, I would say that it is a combination of both offering very hands-on, very practical courses with enough theory, and also these courses are at the graduate level. So we expect our students to be good students, and we accept students who have a bachelor's degree in the program, so it's already at a very high caliber. But really what makes it special is probably its hands-on experience. Students are able to observe other classes, they work with, they interview students, so they have a broad experience with what teaching means. I think the TESOL program is good for anybody who is interested in teaching and anyone who loves languages. Someone who comes in who has a background in teaching children or adults, if they want to teach a language and teach English in particular, they would be qualified for the program. We need people who are enthusiastic, who like to work with people, and who also like English. You don't have to be a native speaker to be a great English teacher. You can be a teacher who has maybe a few years of teaching English. Really, what makes a great teacher is great techniques, knowing what to do in a classroom, knowing how to focus on the student rather than on himself or herself. So I would say that even if you're not a native speaker of English and you want to be an English teacher, that's great, that's fine. You've struggled with English, you know what it's like, you can also teach it. What you need is the training, you need the techniques. Well, in our program in the United States, our teachers will go to other schools. They will also interview non-native speakers of English, and they will determine what it takes to learn a language. We like to make it important for them to understand the challenges that learners have. We want them to be able to show them or teach them how to make learning fun, how to take language and make it much more active in the classroom. They will learn about linguistics, they will learn about theory, but the hands-on part of it is a lot greater. They will have to do lesson planning. They will do activities in the classroom, and their peers will also watch them and give them feedback. Washington Academy of Languages offers 3 modes for the TESOL program because it's for adults. The adults that are in our program in the United States mostly do the coursework online, but they can also do it in class once a week, which is called a mixed mode or hybrid. And we also have an intensive in-class only, and that is also very, very popular. They meet for 30 hours a week for 4 weeks, and it is a very intensive program, but it's also very popular. We have technology that allows students to contact one another and their teachers through Collaborate Ultra. We have students who are able to work with discussion boards where they're writing their opinions on a board that they are sharing with other students. They are meeting once a week on a video, so they see each other, which is really nice. And they record their voices, they record their own lesson plans, and they show their lesson plans to other students in the class. So the students know who is in the class online. You would need a computer that would have the capability to download any kind of documents. You need to have really, really good Wi-Fi so that you can depend on the technology that your computer offers. So yeah, you have to have reliable equipment. That's really important. You have to also be very organized as a student. A lot of students have been working and they're coming back to school as adults, and they have to shift their focus a little bit. But I would say that students, especially if they're not in the United States, if they're studying TESOL in another country, they rely on their teacher, and they rely on the materials that we give them. And the materials are very they're very modern. Everything is updated on a regular basis. The textbooks are updated, and they should feel like they are in country. We update our textbooks every 5 years, sometimes every 4 years. They will be videotaping themselves. They are going to watch other teachers who have been videotaped. They're going to be talking about techniques in the classroom, what works, what doesn't work. Really, I think that our program really focuses on getting students to express themselves in English. How do we make our students better students as teachers? So getting them to learn about the dynamics in a classroom. It's important to know the grammar. It's also important to know how to teach the grammar, and having those students actually do something with the grammar, not just recite rules. So I think that's what makes us unique as a program. We teach teachers to be dynamic and to get their students moving and learning quickly. Our class size is relatively small. We usually have a cap of 12. I would say the average is between 8 and 10 students in a class. So there's a lot of opportunity to work with teachers, work with their peers, and to work with other students as needed. Our faculty is great. We have about 5 teachers right now. They all have a master's degree in TESOL. They are experienced. Some have doctorate degrees. I would say that their strength is that they have experience as TESOL teachers. They have been out in the field. One in particular I'm thinking about has taught refugees and immigrants, has taught adults, has taught middle school students. We hire teachers who have an array of backgrounds. We like teachers who can specialize in a field. I have a couple of teachers who are not native speakers of English, and that is because they have taught their own language. For example, I have a teacher who has taught German. She also teaches English, and she also trains teachers, and she knows what the challenges are for both the teachers and the learners, the students in the classroom. So yes, we have very experienced teachers. In fact, they have to have 7 or more years if we hire them.